Hey, hi there, my friend. A very wonderful afternoon to each one of us here. Thank you very much for joining me right now. Right in front of me, there are a few different types of plants which I'm going to repot. Each of them has been in these plastic disposable cups for a time of 4 weeks to maybe 6 weeks. These are some of the paraphernalia that I have gathered to repot this. Let me just show you some of these plants. These are my burley marks variegated. I'm going to put these two pots into a new pot, a bigger one, maybe 15 or 12 cm. This one is another one. This would go into one 12 cm pot. Check out the roots, the water roots. All right, the water roots here are good too. You can check it out. This has been in the water for less than a month. Was it a ton of water roots? Over here is some amount of Epipremnum Global Green. These are four of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 into one pot. This would not be given a pole. This would be given a pole. This burley marks variegated, this big one. All right, you can see is huge. And this is the marble queen over here, 2 of them. This is a Epipremnum Hicolour, 2 of them. This would be given a pole. And finally, there's 2 Philodendron over this side. One is a lemon lime philodendron. This is a hard-leaved philodendron. This would go into one pot and I will let it trail. See, this is already trailing, so I want to make it into a really big pot of trailing philodendrons. All right, check a look at some of the paraphernalia here. These are the 12 cm translucent pot, 15 cm translucent pots. These are the moss pole. This is about 11 inches. I have made 6, but I would not be using all of them here. About 11 inches long. These have been filled, stuffed full with sphagnum moss. These are the Velcro ties that I'm going to tie the stem of the plant onto this sphagnum moss pole. And finally, here are some of the 6-in-1 mixing. Mix 6-in-1 mix with cocoa peat, a burnt earth. All right, over here, compost, charcoal powder, a river sand, and some burnt husk. I have also, after I will show to you, I have also some cocoa chips, as well as also some perlite, which I will add into the predominant 6-in-1 potting mix which I will use, all right, for this Epipremnum and philodendrons. I'm going to repot them soon. These are the substrates I'll be using for my potting mix. First of all, these are the perlite. I don't have a lot of them. Probably this is about a ratio of 1. These are pine barks, a ratio of 2. And a Cocochips, ratio of 3. These are already pre-soaked for a couple of days. And finally, this is the 6-in-1 potting mix. All right, 4, ratio of 4, 3, 2, 1, 10%, 20%, 30%, and 40%. And of course, finally, Osmocote will be used. These are the fruits of my labor, repotting a juvenile-sized plants in disposable cups that have grown up somewhat and need to be repotted. From the disposable 12-ounce cups, it has gone into pots that are having diameters of 12, like this. It's a 12 cm pot, and these are 15 cm pots. And most of them have a moss pole. This is a plastic, a moss pole. And this is a wire mesh self-made DIY moss pole. Let me just just paired into some of these plants here, lovely plants. This is the Epipremnum Hicolour. It has grown very well within a month and a half to 2 months. It has grown tremendously well, in the sense that a tip cutting, a short tip cutting, has grown almost 1.5 to 2 times. Right, look at the leaves over here. It's pretty large, and the color, its variegation is very nice. And neon light as well as also plentiful of variegation. This is another smaller size, but I would say that not that small, but large enough to be reported. There are 2 or 3 cuttings here, tip cuttings and mid cuttings. You see, the leaves are relatively longer than when it was juvenile. This is also a nice pot in a moss pole, alright, sphagnum moss inside. This is a 28 cm moss pole buried into the pot. It is very stable and it is tied. Alright, the vines are tied onto the plastic pole using Velcro. I would say that before long, some of these aerial roots, when they come out, will be lodged into the so-called holes of this moss pole. Over here is a burley marks variegated. This is also this is direct from water. It's been water propagated for about 3 weeks. The roots are very good, and it went straight into this potting mix of soil, burnt soil, and burnt charcoal, and so on and so forth. It is rather heavy because this is from soil. And I would say that these plants have no problem with this kind of a soil, because the roots would be getting ready to grasp the substrates, right, and the soil. This is a Epipremnum Global Green, all right, about a month plus in a juvenile disposable cup, all right. These are juveniles when it was planted in straight from water propagation. After about a month or so, a month plus, it is ready to be repotted in this 15 cm pot with a moss pole. It should climb up and grow larger leaves. Take a look at some of the leaves here, right? It's rather pretty. Okay, the variegation is nice, green, enveloping, surrounding the patch of yellow. This distinguish and mark the distinctiveness of the global green. All right, take a look at this again. All right. Okay, this is also another pot of global green. All right, quite a few cuttings inside, maybe about 8 cuttings, 6 to 8 cuttings, some tip and some mid cuttings. All right, very, very beautiful variegation. Check this out. Right, good variegation. Patches of yellow enveloped by green, right, growing well. And this is a marble queen. I think also you look at the amount of cuttings inside. This is going to grow bushy. You will require a repotting maybe in about a year or maybe 6 months. The key is to trim them and propagate them, trim them and propagate them as the shoot come out from the rim of the pot. Maybe about 4 to 6 inches. You should trim it and then propagate them. And finally, this pot is a Jacinia Epipremnum. All right, just take a look at the chartreuse color leaves, champagne color, and this is a slightly smaller pot because this is not easy to come by, and they grow slower compared to marble queen, global green, and Hicolour. All right, these are the fruits of my work yesterday, and today I got some time to just bring my video cam out and show off these rather nice pots of Epipremnums and Philodendron burley marks variegated.